I have just returned from Israel, where I spent my first ever holiday of Sukkot in the Holy Land, and what can I tell you? It was absolutely magnificent. Those of you who are there or have been there, I think know exactly what I mean, and I think that for the rest of my life, I would probably remember that I was privileged to be in Israel at the time of the great jubilation at the homecoming of Gilad Shalit. I, like so many others, for the last 5 years have been following the story, praying, hoping, and just amazed that he's still alive and functioning, and that we were able to get him home. And of course, the joy was so palpable in the streets of Israel, wherever I was, at the announcement that he was actually coming home, and here he is. It's amazing, and I so extend my gladness to the family who had tried and worked so tirelessly to bring him home. Certainly a lesson in great perseverance, love, and caring. At the same time, I do have one lingering question. Now, much has been said about whether it was, quote, worth it, whether it was, quote, proper, whether it was, quote, even according to halakha, according to the legal Torah law, we're able to actually trade 1,000 or more prisoners who are terrorists, who are murderers, for one Jewish soul. And so much has been written, so much has been said about it, and there is great controversy. And certainly, it is not anyone's place who was not involved in negotiations, who knows what else is involved, etc. However, for those people who were supportive, for those people who said that this was the proper thing to do, I do have one question left, and that is the unthinkable. Let's say, as is feared, that Hamas comes and takes another soldier. Now, tomorrow, let's say they do. Are you ready, you supporters of those who said that this was the right thing to do? Are you ready to now trade another 1,000+ prisoners for the new captive? That is my question. I know people saying, perhaps yes, perhaps we will do it. But I think that it's important for them to think about whether they would actually do that now. Another 5,000 Palestinian prisoners sit in Israeli prisons now. And God forbid, if there was one other soldier, any person, to be taken again, would they trade another 1,000 prisoners now for him? And the next question, part B, perhaps more disturbing. It's even too much to think about. Imagine if Hamas would actually abduct Gilad Shalit again. If he would somehow get him again, would they trade another 1,000 terrorists, another 1,000 murderers for him tomorrow? I think the answer is no. But I don't really know for sure. And I'm not going to pass judgment. And I certainly, thank God, it's easy for me to say it's not my son. That's true. But what I'd like to hear is from those people who said that this was right, and it was proper, and it was just. Would they be ready to trade 1,000 prisoners tomorrow for someone else, or even for Gilad Shalit? That's my question for you today. It is very difficult to think about, and very difficult to know the right thing. I just would like to hear the answer to that most difficult question. Yes, something to think about.